your massive inheritance. Once, a long time ago, I was hanging out in this laboratory, a place I worked right after college. An engineer and myself were doing an experiment. We were using something called protamine. This was to counter the effects of heparin. Heparin is the natural anticoagulant in your blood. When you get a cut, this activates platelets. The platelets make your blood clot so you don't bleed to death. What that engineer and I were doing was slowly injecting this protamine, an anti-heparin agent, into the small closed loop of circulating blood. Cow blood, not human blood. Cheap and close enough for bench-top testing. Anyhow, like most scientific studies, it was very, very slow process. Inject a couple of milliliters, wait around 5 minutes, take some measurements. While we were waiting in between measurements, I read the small print insert that came with a small vial of protamine. And I read that protamine is made from salmon's sperm. I laughed, showed it to the engineer, and she also laughed. We both had the same idea. How in the heck does somebody even figure this out? Hey, look, a salmon. I wonder what kind of cool things I can make out of that dude's sperm. Rubber was an equally strange invention. First by the Olmecs and Mesoamerica way back when, then by Charles Goodyear. This is not an easy thing to invent. Goodyear had been trying every possible combination with no luck. Allegedly, he discovered it by accident, by dropping something and breaking some glass which kind of inadvertently mixed two things together. Back in the day, the Olmecs figured out how to mix a couple of excretions from a couple of different plants. Given the massive types of plants and trees in the rainforest, just randomly mixing things together would take forever. How they figured out what to mix with what in what proportion to make rubber is anybody's guess. But they described it as the blood from one plant and the semen from another. But here's the thing. All it takes is one guy to discover one thing, and then everybody knows about it. So long as the culture stays intact, and even without writing, the invention can be passed down for generations. Language, memory, imaginations, these are things that only humans can do. Sure, monkeys can make basic sounds to warn of predators, but nobody's even close to what us humans can do. We can pass down ideas intergenerationally, not just scientific ideas, but bigger ideas. Epic tales of heroes and monsters and life-changing battles. You are born into a world with a massive inheritance of ideas. Scientific ideas, philosophical ideas, metaphorical ideas, spiritual ideas, and plenty of other ideas. You have at your disposal a virtual infinite source of learning for anything you want. To learn more, visit mindpersuasion.com/modeling-mastery.